okay, it stops playing.
Yes. So you have to, like, anytime you listen to music on YouTube, you have to keep the YouTube on for it to continue to play. Once you kind of close out your phone, like if I have my headphones on and I want to play something on YouTube, I have to just set my phone down, because if it's in my pocket, the phone will, go to resting mode, or my something in my pocket might hit the thing and change the song or something like that.
Right, exactly. But, well, I remember my other cars used to have where it was a little plug, and I'd plug it into the dash with my phone, and it played shit right from my phone.
Yeah, USB is still a thing. It's just not as prevalent. It's kind of dying out. Like,
is it USB, or is it just? It looked like a small plug, like a skinny plug, not like a wide USB plug. You know? You know what I'm talking about? Like just.
Yeah, like an audio jack.
Shaft plug, they call it. Like that, not like a side, long plastic weird one. But USB, I'm sure it has those plugs.
Yeah, you can still.
The car.
USB playing is still a thing. It's just kind of like dying out. Like it's kind of like, back in the days when they had the little tape player that was connected to a wire, and you plugged it in, put it into your tape deck, and then it went to a CD player.
Oh yeah, dude.
You remember that, right?
Yeah, we had all the fucking the shit when it first came on. Dude, when I was a teenager, I had a boom box that I could walk around with that had a record player. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And I press a button, and the one front would come down, and that would be the turntable. It had AM, FM, phonograph, and yeah, I could. And the batteries were the giant D, and it was like 10 of them, or something ridiculous, It was something ridiculous, but I remember that. I remember when tape players first came out. Like, the only thing I liked about them, if they did fuck up, you could like crack them open, you could like re-wrap them and cut part of it and then tape it back together. You know what I mean? And it would work, and you'd be fine. Shit like that.
Splicing the tape.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember doing that all the time. But I'll be honest with you, we talked about this. The best was the 8-track. Yeah. The 8-track, I know it's big and fumbly, and I get that, but you press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or what, and you pick the song right from the beginning. I like that.
Yeah, that CDs.
Cassette didn't have that.
CDs
didn't have that. Huh?
CDs do. You can just select the track.
Yeah. CDs revolutionized everything. That was the big jump.
Mm-hmm.
I think the cassette was just biding time till they have the capacity to go CD, because again, cassette didn't have any of the big things that used to fail.
Well, what cassettes did was it made it possible for recording easier.
Right. You couldn't eat it. Before that, you'd have to have the big giant reels.
Yeah, reels.
Right. And I remember those very well. Big, clunky, heavy equipment that failed continuously, overheated. I remember that quite well. But yeah, when they did the Laserdisc, we kind of saw what the future was going to look like, though.
Yeah.
Laserdisc was like, when that first came out, like everyone was like, holy shit, because it was holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
The picture was beautiful, because you got to remember watching anything from the fucking like late 70s, early 80s, and what it looked like.
Yeah.
It was fucking trash on TV, dude. It looked like trash. And that was such a step up. But again, we talked about it. There was like 8 movies to pick from.
Yeah.
And you just had to do it. But All right, cool. I'm excited to see if you can download some music for me.
Yeah, I could probably do it. I took iPhones. That's why I switched to Samsung phone, because iPhones, you have an extra pain in the ass step, but it still works.
I have Android phones too that I use when I'm in the house and I'm using Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
Like for Facebook and for watching videos, I usually use that one. This one I'm using, the iPhone is usually just for work.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Talk and text and email. But like I said, the other ones the Android, I'm more comfortable with them.
Yeah, I like it because all you have to do is, like, when you're connecting to your computer, you can just put the files on there, like it was a hard drive on a computer.
Well, I did like that. All I had to do was, like, on this phone, was download of an app to accept Android, and then I put it right next to my old Android, and it sucked off all my contacts and my apps and stuff like that. Then I just had to go on them and then put in a new thing, because you're downloading it from the Apple Store. And you just got to get permission. You'll get it all though. I got all my shit pretty much.
Okay. Yeah. Well, alrighty. Well, we'll let you go. We're gonna stop here in a second, then head to where our destination is, and then after we're done there, we'll go ahead and stop by your house.
All right. Yep. Just call me. I'll be home. I don't think I'm going anywhere.
Will do.
All right. Late.
Is it Carlene's birthday? Yeah. Yeah. I saw
Go.